Hello, today I want to talk about Jalco Tax Service. We are an accounting firm specialized in federal and state taxes. We do all the tax preparation online without you having to leave your work or home. We can help you get the most out of your tax refund or lower your payment. Call us today for a free consultation at 787-243-9305. And follow us on Facebook, Jalco Tax Service. We are here when you need it most. Everybody, Aaron J. Anderson here. Wanted to go over a quick video about video on the Panasonic GX8. I had the opportunity over the weekend to do a first paid job with the GX8 for video. Been doing lots of photography, but this weekend I did some video, and I just wanted to show you guys some of my settings and the color grade that I put on it. Just like the G7, the quality is amazing. Absolutely, everything went great. And if you haven't watched my battery grip mod, it worked beautifully. Anyways, let's get into this. This is the way it came out. Looks pretty nice. As you can watch the video here, you can see that this is After Effects, by the way. You can see how it slides in while I'm talking there. And you just see it goes like that, and then I have it stop right here as I finish the commercial, and that's how that works. One way I was doing this, these slides, is one thing really cool with 4K video is you can, of course, edit in a 1080 timeline, which most people are still doing because 4K isn't quite, a standard thing yet. So you could see, if I just push this back off, you can see how big 4K is compared to the 1080 square here. So that allows me to shrink this down to wherever I want to reframe, but it's not about reframing, it's about having all this extra space on the sides to do a fake slide over. So what I do is, if we go with position here, I just I bring it over here basically, and I set a keyframe, and then I go, well, let's say over here, then I go over in time. This is going to be screwed up because I already did this. And then I will, slide it over like that, set up a keyframe down over here. And then when you play it back, let's do all the script. So then when you play it back, you get this fake slide. Now, it works pretty good. I use it a lot, actually. It's not going to give you the parallax that a slider will. So if I really need some parallax, of course, I'll get my slider out. So just wanted to show you guys how I did the fake slide there. And then as far as the color grade's concerned, I actually used a LUT. Now, I don't always use LUTs. I would say most of the time I don't, but I just wanted to play around with LUTs with the camera settings that I have. And what we could do is actually go over that really quick before we get into those. What I did with my camera, and these are just the basic settings, like your your photo style. I have it on Cine D, and I have the contrast at 0, the sharpness at 0, the noise reduction at 0, and the saturation at 0. That's it. That's my secret sauce. And by doing that, you get a pretty nice, not a super flat look, but it's good enough. And the way I lit this, I don't have a photo. My wife took a photo of me doing this, but over here, like behind the camera on this side, I have about a 14-inch umbrella with a LED light panel, shining into it, reflecting it down on this side. And then behind me over here, like right out of the frame here, is the light stand for just a straight on LED panel with an orange gel. That way I get this warm light coming across with the contrast of the daylight balanced light. And before I turned this orange light on, I did a custom white balance with the light on the left and all the room ambient light, which is daylight. And then once I got a custom white balance on the camera, then I went ahead and I turned on the orange gelled light. And if you're just wanting to know how to do that, if you go into, let's see if we can do this. If you go over here to the white balance, and you scroll over through all these things here, white balances, you see where it says like custom white balance 1. Well, if you press up, let's see if this works, you put a piece of white within that, which when I was doing the video, I actually put a big white card where I was sitting and went behind the camera and did this. And then you make sure, this is weird, put white in there like that. Once the white's there, I can't do this all at the same time. Then you just press the middle button or set, and it'll set the custom white balance. So that's how I custom white balance the scene. And then once you do that, let's go back into this. Once you go back into that, and you film your thing, you know you got a nice custom white balance, everything looks good. Then I brought it in After Effects here, and I applied a LUT, and I can't tell you what the LUT is because I don't know what it is. I might have made it a while ago because the name is just, it won't help you guys out at all. So I think I might have made this LUT. I made several LUTs throughout the years, but I applied a LUT to it. So once I do that, you're going to see how it changes there. Gives it this kind of cool effect there. And then I add an unsharpened mask to sharpen it up because I didn't add any sharpening in post. And also the Cine D settings that I have, just all zeroed for this scene was great. There's not too, it's not too shadowed. There's nothing really hiding in any shadows, so that's why I chose those settings. And then Colorista I turned on to give me, if you guys don't know what Colorista is, it's I just tweaked all this stuff. I'm not going to go through everything with you guys here, but just tweak those to get the look that you're looking at right here. And then I went ahead and I add some levels to it to brighten it up. And then this was color finesse, and I mainly use this to bring a little more the darks to a the blacks to a more of an actual black point instead of a gray point. And then I raised the blue levels up a little bit so we can get rid of some of the orange, and you'll see what that looks like right now. And that's the look you get. So I think it turned out pretty good. Very frustrating doing it myself, but that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave them in the comments. And this is just a quick overview. Please give me some thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It really does help out. Go to Instagram at Aaron J. Anderson. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Oh, real quick, I forgot to also add, and I don't know where I'll add this in, but I did audio in camera. It's a professional shoot, being paid and all, but I was really confident that it would work. And before I went ahead, of course, and finished it, I did some, as you saw me sitting on the couch there, I did some, I went through the lines a couple times, practicing, took the video and everything into my computer, and I made sure the audio is good. And you know what? I really like the audio. If you like the audio of the video that you just heard, or maybe you're going to hear after this, I don't know where I'm going to put it. If you like the audio, that is just using a lav mic directly connected right into the camera. And as far as monitoring is concerned, I didn't monitor it. I have a video on how to monitor audio. Why I didn't do that is because it was a very controlled environment, meaning it was just me. And of course, my wife came down a little later, and I had the lav here, so I knew I wasn't rubbing it, and it was just very controlled. And I had the ability to go right up to my office and listen to it before I would, close everything out. So after I did that, and I always push to monitor audio, went upstairs, listened to it, didn't hear anything, so I knew it was good. So just let you know, if you like the audio also, it's directly in camera, but I do tell you guys to really monitor the audio, because if you're out filming and you go back and something's wrong, you're screwed. But in my case, I could have just went back down and took a couple minutes to do it again. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.